Hi guys, my name is Pyae Sone and I'm a PR. I've been living in Singapore for 17 years and I just reverted to Islam. After my dad got a job in Singapore, he moved our whole family to Singapore. I did face a lot of challenges here because we noticed that the housing here is quite expensive. Like things in Singapore was quite expensive. As PRs over here, we didn't really get the full benefits of what a Singapore citizen gets. Growing up, we were born as Buddhists. I did learn a lot of things about Buddhism. I was a monk twice when I was 8 years old when I went back to Myanmar. And I also became a monk again in Singapore when I was 13. Back then when I was a Buddhist, I did have an aunt that is a Muslim. The Myanmar Buddhists, like most of them are quite religious. They wouldn't want their children to marry into like Muslim families because in the Islamic context, you have to convert to Islam if you want to marry. The surprising thing is my mom and her is still close. The family is still close even if my aunt is a Muslim. It's like there's no way that family bond can be broken just because of religion. My aunt did had a part in me reverting because she passed away during Ramadan, and back then in March I was going through some personal stuff. I was going through some relationship problems. So I told myself, if this breakup happens, I'm gonna convert to Islam. I broke up. A few days later, 3 days later, my auntie passed away like on a Friday during Ramadan. So like I got all the signs. I like searched up online, I guess. I started reading the verses, some of the verses that people picked up and they posted on TikTok. I even went to like Reddit. I even like watched those videos of like the sheiks talking about Islam. I remember seeing this verse where they say that it's not the eyes that are blind but the heart. So when I delved into Islam, I realized that all this thing has happened to me. I cannot deny Islam. That's when I started learning lah. To be truthful, I was interested in Islam for 6 years, but I do have a fear of my parents because my parents are very religious. There were times where I was caught listening to surahs, openly just telling my mom that like I don't want to eat pork anymore. Why you don't want to eat pork? Like you want to be a Muslim or what? I do have a bit of fear. Like I don't want to make them sad. Their whole life they've been born as a Buddhist. They live the life of a Buddhist. For them to see their son divert away from the path is a culture shock. When I reverted, actually, I felt a lot of goosebumps. And I also felt that my heart dropped. God has allowed me to embrace Islam. I feel much happier. I think that is what something that has filled the void in my heart. I have never doubted my decision because it's always something that I believed for like so many years. It's just that now I just decided to take the action to be like an official Muslim. The way I overcame the fear of my parents not accepting me, at the end of the day, we are family. They have treated me well as their son. They have given me this opportunity to come to Singapore, to get a good education, meet a lot of good people. So there's no way that they would disown me, treat me poorly. My message to the people that wants to revert, although they are scared, especially for the young Gen Zs that are going through the same problem, God will handle it, as God has handled mine.